This morning we're continuing with our back to school theme, and if you haven't hit the stores for school clothes just yet, you may be in luck.
7 and 4's Alyssa Heron joins us live from Thimbleberry Kids in Traverse City to show us the latest fashion trends and share tips on how to send the kids back to school in style, all while staying on a budget. Good morning, Alyssa.
Brendan and Courtney. Joining me now is Lee Perry, owner of Thimbleberry Kids. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Of course. Now, if people have never been out here before, kind of describe what they can see here.
So Thimbleberry Kids, we're a resale store for sizes newborn all the way up to size 14, and then we also have maternity. The majority of what we have in here is gently used clothing, but then we also have some handcrafted items and painted furniture, some different things like that.
All right. Now, parents are focusing on back to school shopping lately, and you were actually saying resale shopping is one of the latest trends.
It absolutely is. What happens over the summer is that kids grow, and if you have a larger family, it can be really expensive to get your back-to-school clothes. And so a lot of people are turning to resale shops, and we happen to have 5 really great ones right here in Traverse City.
Okay, so we're going to talk about some of the latest fall fashion trends for back to school right now. We have your girls, Grace and Erin. So kind of describe what they're wearing and what we can be looking out for.
Okay, so one of the trends that we're seeing is a mix and match of patterns and fabrics and textures. And you'll see that like Grace and Erin both have on, Grace has on floral, and then she has stripes, and then she has some nice textures, and those are some of the colors for the fall. Erin has on, so she's wearing a little bit more casual look with the graphic tee. And this is from a line called Matilda Jane, which does fall really, really well.
And you have Matilda Jane's line here, correct?
Yep, I do. Not only am I the owner of Thimbleberry, but I'm also a trunk keeper for Matilda Jane. This is Friends Forever, which is the fall 2015 line of Matilda Jane. So.
All right, and she has a cute little backpack over there. And then for boys, what are some of the trends that we can be looking at?
So boys still like, oh, there goes our guy. So boys still wear some pretty neutrals with a little pop of color here and there. But you'll see here with some of these shirts that patterns with sticking with a navy or a blue color are really tend to be in right now.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And we have a lot more trends to talk about, but we'll get to that in our 6:30 half hour. All of this information and more will be up on our UpNorthLive.com website, as well as a deal for Thimbleberry Kids. So you'll have to check that out. Brendan, Courtney.
All right. Thanks a lot, Alyssa. And it's always nice to see you. I'm sure, of course, the kids want the latest trends.
Oh,
I
always did. I know that I did. And usually we did the Walmart thing or we did the Kohl's thing. But regardless, it was that first outfit going back to school that was most important to me.
Very important. Yeah, I'm sure you had that outfit planned like weeks ahead, didn't you, Courtney?
Oh, yeah. And usually we bought fall clothes. And I still wore it like in the dead heat of summer in Atlanta that's like 90 degrees. So I struggled sometimes, but it's all right. It was worth it.
You made it happen.
Yeah, I did.
Plus, we're live at Thimbleberry Kids in Traverse City. Coming up next, we're talking about the latest fall trends and how you can send your kids back to school in style. You're watching 7 and 4 News today.
Good morning, Alyssa.
Good morning, Brendan and Courtney. With us this morning is Lee Perry, owner of Thimbleberry Kids. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
And if people haven't been out here before, what should they expect?
Well, we're a resale boutique and for little ones and moms to be. And so we have maternity clothes, we have baby clothes all the way up to size 14 for kids.
Okay, and you have some of the perfect clothes for parents that are sending their kids back to school. Kind of describe some of the latest fall trends we can look for. We have your girls, Erin and Grace, over here modeling for us.
Yes, absolutely. One of the lines that we carry is called 82, and their tops today are 82, and it's a local artist who puts together different pieces, upcycles clothing, and which leads me to one of the fall's trends, which is layering, which is both functional and fashionable for our area, because in the fall, when you go back to school, weather can be 40 degrees or it can be 80 degrees. You never know. And so by layering, it looks cute, but then you can also change it out as you need to, depending on whether you're cold or hot.
Okay, and what are some of the colors that we might be seeing this year?
Some of the colors that we're seeing, and they actually have some of them on, is aqua, orange is a good one. We have mustard yellow, and teal blue are some of the ones that we're seeing.
All right. And then we were talking about some leggings earlier, how different colored floral leggings are really in for girls. But then we also have some of our boys' style over here. I want you to hit on that.
Yeah, so for boys, we're seeing more pattern, not necessarily a whole lot of color. We see neutrals with little pops of color, and then more with patterns. And then the other trend you and I were talking about is that we're seeing a lot of boots. A lot of cowboy boots with dresses. We're seeing army boots. We're seeing combat boots. Lots of cute things on girls for boots. And then the must-have for going back to fall are bogs. And all kids have to have them, and it's great if you can find them in a resale store. As soon as we get them in, they're usually right back out the door.
All right, so I want you to remind me really quick of your hours here at Thimbleberry.
So Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 5, and then Sunday, 12 to 4.
All right, and you're actually working with our station right now, and we have a deal up on our UpNorthLive.com page. Describe what that is.
Yep, and so for $12, you get two $12 certificates, so it's like getting 50% off. So we'd love to see some people in here.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Hopefully that gave parents and kids some ideas this morning. All of this information and more will be up on our website at UpNorthLive.com. Reporting live in Traverse City, Alyssa Heron, 7 and 4 News.
Thanks a lot, Alyssa. And I'm sure some people are already planning their back-to-school outfits with it. Still being a few weeks away, you were probably one of them.
Oh, I was. And I really like what she said about the layering, because if you buy a bunch of things, you can layer, and then you can have a whole week's worth of outfits just from that one purchase. So smart idea. I might do that. I mean, back to school or not, I love shopping. So
It doesn't matter what time of the year it is for you, Courtney.
Yeah.